All right, Shalom, Shalom. This is your brother Issachar coming back at you for another lesson. First and foremost, I like to give all praises, all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Makwakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect and the 144,000 scattered across the four corners of the earth. Shalom to you. All right, in today's lesson, we're going to go into famine. All right, we're going to go into how there's going to be a great famine in the land out here in America, but the world, okay? Because, you're starting to hear it a lot, but we have to, drill it into your head, because, it's time for these elites to push their NWO, that New World Order. They're not going to complete it, but they are going to get it going. So they are going to bring chaos. As you can see, what's the main word that they're bringing? It's called chaos, because they follow their leader, Satan. Okay, Satan brings chaos. You got to remember that. Okay, Satan is a wicked left-hand angel, a wicked son of Yahweh, but on the left-hand side. Okay, that's what he's set up to do. So that's the main word that you're gonna see between these politicians, saying that oh, Trump just pretty much like paralyzed America by stopping all these people from getting paid, and people were sending like their funds and all that. But what's the key word that they're using? Chaos. Because remember, these elites are gonna bring order out of chaos, because they're gonna bring chaos. That way, people can bow down to them. So they're gonna cause stuff to happen. They're gonna starve people out on purpose. They're going to bring wars, civil wars, guillotines, all that. All right, so people can bow down to them and say, all right, fine, I'll bow down to your New World Order. This is because they play off people's fear. This is what you gotta understand. So they're gonna bring chaos in the world, okay? But it's gonna be very bad in America, much worse, because it's America is one of the main stages. It's one of the main stages for these elites. And it is what it is. America is just it's a major part in prophecy. It's gonna be a complete war zone out here. So that's the word that you'll hear a lot. Chaos, because it's order out of chaos. Because it's called problem. Because these elites, they have something called like a protocol. It's problem, action, solution. Because they create the problem, the people react, start like, hey, what the hell? Start uprising, because they starve you out. Of course, people are going to complain and start looting because they have to survive, right? Doesn't mean necessarily they're bad people, but they're going to have to do something to feed their family. There's no food coming in, and especially if these elites strategically starve you out. So of course there's going to be looting and people stealing each other, So they create the problem. Remember, problem. They create the problem. They starve people out. Action. People are going to take action like shit. Well, the government's saying to stay inside the house. A lot of people are going to say, well, we can't, because shit, we ran out of food. There's no aid. Where's FEMA? What's going on? They bring in the solution, that chip. Okay, the MOTB, the chip. It's all about the MARK. All right, that chip, because they're going to bring chaos in order for people to bow down and say, you know what, it's so bad out here, fuck it, I'll just take the chip. This is why you have to have the Lord on your side, because they're going to make it that bad. They're going to make it that bad, and it's prophecy. I know it may sound like, damn, it's terrible, but it's prophecy, ladies and gentlemen. Why do you think the prophets are out there, nonstop, every day? The prophets are out there every day all around the world telling you, okay, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. Get ready. Get your families ready. Get yourself ready. Get your mind ready. Get your spirit ready. It's going to happen. I know it sounds harsh, but hey, we got to go through it too. Remember that we're out here too. Just because we teach the Bible, shit, if they start everybody out, we're out here too. We're out here in the elements, Shoot, we shop at these grocery stores just like you and your families. What's the difference, If they cut it off, we're cut off too. See, we're just hoping that the Lord protects us and provides a way for us. But remember, we're out here too, So just remember that, it's not like, hey, just everybody's screwed. Not because, I may not make it just because I teach the Bible. I may not be worthy. I don't know. But that's why we give all diligence to make our calling and election sure. Because we have that hope. That's all we got, because it's not for sure. We don't know. But that's all right, Ezekiel chapter 5, verse 17. Oh, snap. Here we go. All right. What the heck is that? Ezekiel chapter 5, verse 17. So will I send upon you famine and evil beast. So the Lord, right there, okay, just stop right there. So the Lord is sending famine. Okay, yes, he's gonna remember these elites. He's only allowing them to bring, certain things. They only have a small little window to do that, to bring in the famine. Martial law, guillotines, and then that's it. And then the Lord's gonna say, all right, that's enough. And then the Lord's gonna put them in slavery, because they have like their chance to do their last hurrah. But remember, they're not gonna go above and beyond. They're just gonna stay on that stage. That's it. They only can perform what the Lord allows them to. So that's why you have to know, okay, well, what's the Lord allowing them to do? So once you know this, you can know, like, okay, it kind of, releases a little weight off your shoulders, because okay, well, what exactly is the Lord allowing them to do, and what is that stage? This is what you have to realize. This is what we're trying to teach you. This is what we're trying to tell you through this is what the Lord is telling you through his prophets. See? Because once you understand that, then you can understand, why the Lord's bringing this. Because the Lord is using the wicked to judge the wicked. And like ICE, ICE is deporting our people. Yeah, it's a terrible thing, but a lot of those people don't believe in the Lord. You got to remember that. Because remember, the Lord is sifting the goats from the sheep. But you know what? Although, Mexico and all that, down the border and, South America is like a bad place, it's actually not going to be worse than America. As bad as it is in Mexico, with the cartel and all that, because I speak to family members, that say that, you can't even go out at night in Mexico because it's that bad, because the cartel or someone will get you. Okay, that's nothing. I know it's bad, but it's going to be way worse here in America. It's going to be way worse in America. So those people getting deported is not actually the worst. It's not the worst thing ever, because people who are staying in America is going to be the worst place on the planet Earth to be on. It's going to be even worse than out there in the Middle East. People that go to the Middle East, yeah, it's going to be a war zone, but America is going to be worse. America is the worst place to be at on the planet Earth when the judgment starts to go. It's going to be that bad. It's going to be that bad. Just imagine, like, how Mexico, they say, you can't even go over there because at night the cartel will get you, and it's pretty bad. But that's just a cartel. Out here, you're going to have teams, militias, famines, people turning into zombies. And this is real. Cannibalism, martial law, guillotines, the left-hand side rolling. The angels out here. There's actually going to be demons out here. You guys are going to start to see that. Spiritual realm. Remember that. Dragons. It's a lot. It's not just the left-hand side. Remember, the Lord's going to plague people too. Well, plagues, apparitions, Remember, like the Ghostbusters, they're actually going to be real, apparitions showing themselves. The Lord is going to open up the spiritual realm, and you guys are actually going to see demons and angels. Like for reals. It's about to get very real out here. That's why those of you that, buckle up, brace yourselves. Brace yourselves now. Okay, remember, it doesn't matter what the non-believer does if they don't believe, because they're doing their job. What's a non-believer's job? Because they don't believe. So just let them do their job. Don't be all mad like, oh, how dare you? You don't believe in the Lord. It's all right. They're doing their job. That's why they're called a non-believer, a scoffer. It's because they don't believe. And they're doing a good job because they're doing their job. Okay, a non-believer's job is because they don't believe. So they're doing their job. Just let them be. Just let them be. It's all right. Don't even. Why even waste? Why get upset? Who cares? Because just the fact that they don't believe, does that mean that martial law is not going to happen? Does that mean that these draconian laws and executive orders are not being passed? They're being passed, ladies and gentlemen. Does that mean that World War III is not going to come down the pike? Man, that shit's brewing. We're already in the beginning stages of World War III. Just because someone don't believe, does that mean that the Lord's not going to come because, that person, because Jeff says he don't believe. Also, the Lord's not going to come now because, Jeff said it ain't gonna happen. So you know what? Well, Jessica said it's not gonna happen, so fuck it. The Lord's like, I'm not gonna go anymore. Fuck it. No. See how ridiculous it is? So this is why, you know? So it's a waste of time. Ezekiel chapter 5, verse 17. So Lord, because the Lord controls the elites. Remember that. So I will send upon you famine and evil beast, and they that shall breed thee, and pestilence and blood shall pass through thee. Yeah, because remember, that first pandemic, that's just the first. Even Bill Gates told you out of his own mouth, if the first one didn't get your attention, the second one will. Meaning what? That they're creating them. You know? You have to be a total fool to be like, oh, they're not doing that. How does he know there's a second one coming? And saying that if the first one didn't get your attention, the second one will. These devils are straight up telling you, yeah, we're going to take you out. So what? And we're doing it. What does that mean? If the first one didn't get your attention, the second one will. How does he know there's a second one coming? You know? To show that they're bringing it. Klaus Schwab said that all humans that don't want to merge with AI, meaning those who don't want to comply with the NWO and take that chip, will soon be extinct because they have those draconian laws, legislatives, and executive orders to really, you guys, I gotta go raw with it, to really kill you and your family. Kill you and your family. And they're not playing around. You know, this is a very serious thing. You know, you guys may roll your eyes like, oh, they ain't gonna go that far. Good luck, okay? Good luck to you, sir, and good luck to you, miss, because now it's entirely on you. Because the Lord told you, the Lord has spoken, but now it's on you. You know, if you're all that in a bag of chips, well then, you know, let's see how you can provide for you and your family in these days. Let's see you get you and your family out of this mess. You know, that's what's about to come down the pipe. And I will bring the sword upon thee. I, the Lord, have spoken it. All right, see that? So the Lord is gonna bring that sword, meaning, you know, martial law troops, whatever, anything military, you know, civil war, race wars. Because remember the KKK and all them, they're still those militias and wizards and all that. They're still out there. Okay, they never disappeared. You know, you might have been like, oh no, that was back in the day. They're still around. Okay, and that's especially the left-hand side. They hate you Israelites. Okay, us, because I'm an Israelite too. All right, this is something that you have to understand. You know, those, you know, like you would say, prejudice, because racist means that you're for your people. So you can say, yeah, they're racist. You know, but people think that when you say racist, it's because, you know, a certain race doesn't like another race. No, that word racist, it means that you're for your own kind. And at the end of the day, everybody is for their own kind. It's very rare when like somebody else will marry like another race. I mean, it happens, but mostly, you know, people, you know, stick with their own kind, you know, because, you know, people like their own type of food. People like their own type of men and women, you know, from their own race. Like when the Olympics are playing, who do you guys go for? When the like say if you're American, when the Olympics come to town, who are you going for? Are you going for China? Or are you going for United States? Those of you that are American, don't worry, I'll wait. Why? Because you're going for your people, right? Because at the end of the day, you always kind of go for your people. It's just the way it is, you know? It doesn't mean that you may not, you know, like some other people, but at the end of the day, you're going to stay with your kind, your people. It's just the way it is. The Lord's a separatist. He's like that. That's why all this New World Order, everybody come together, it ain't going to work. Because nobody can see, everybody's different, you know? The Lord's a separatist. That's why the Israelites get jacked up when they eat pork. Because the Edomites and heathens can eat pork, but we can't. That's why when the Israelites eat pork, like the way that you Chinese do and the so-called white men, our people get diabetes, high cholesterol. Our people have to, they get their legs chopped off, they get their foot chopped off. Because we're Israelites. We're not supposed to eat that. The heathens could. The so-called white men, they could eat it. Because they weren't given the law, statutes, commandments. We were. See that? That's why the so-called Chinese, they eat pork almost like every day, you know? But do you see them having diabetes and being obese? And no, because we're underneath the curses. And the Lord told us, don't eat pork because you're my children, not them. Let them eat it. See that? It's a difference. This is why our people have high, most of our people that are so-called blacks, Latinos and Native Americans has diabetes, high blood pressure, you know, because you eat that pork, you know, and you're like, well, I'm going to eat whatever I want. Well, go for it. You know, don't cry when they chop off your foot and your leg. You know, like chop off half your body. Well, you want to eat, the Lord told you not to eat it. You're so stubborn that you want to eat it. It's like, well, fuck it. Off of your limbs. That's on you now. Because you guys are so stubborn. The Lord says, just don't eat pork. And you can eat, you can eat shit, steak, chicken, fish. I mean, there's so much shit out there, And just because the Lord says don't eat pork, it's like, oh, I can't do that. You can't do one thing for the Lord. That's why the Lord's like, fuck it. I'm going to smoke them. Excuse my Italian, but that's why the Lord's like, you know what? I created you and you can't even do one thing for me, nothing. That's why the Lord's like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna smoke these clowns. I'm gonna melt them. I mean, can you imagine? It's like your parents. Like you have good parents that do everything for your children. Get them a nice room and a nice house and a nice playground in the backyard with a slide and a swing and a swimming pool. You have your kids in sports and you have your children in sports and you tell your children, hey, can you help me, pick up the garage a little bit? And they say, no, I can't. It's like, you know what? Fuck that, Like, I do everything for you, I throw you big birthday parties. We're not supposed to celebrate birthdays. That's bugged out. But just give me an example, Like that, let's just say, like, someone in the world, like, just say, like, man, I give you birthday parties, man. I take you shopping, I take you to amusement parks. And, like, damn, you can't do one thing for me? So your parents are like, damn, that's how the Creator feels about you, those who are rebellious. That say like no, because you guys are saying no willingly. Okay, if you kind of, because everyone does it. Sometimes you might eat pork on purpose because you didn't know it was pork. Hey, it's a mistake, But you say salaka because you're not trying to make the Lord mad on purpose. These other, that's why the 2/3 Israelites, they don't care. They say, well, whatever, because they hear that, hey, you're not supposed to do it, and they start doing it. Like, oh, fuck it. Well, fuck it. Well, fuck you then. That's why the Lord's like, well, fuck me. No, fuck you. This is why the Lord's gonna melt 2/3 of our people. See that? Because you guys are willingly being ignorant. You're willingly going against the Lord and saying, well, fuck it, I don't care. If the Lord judges me, so what? Good luck. He's the king of terrors. He created Satan. You kidding me? Imagine that, All the Lord has to do is just say one word and he can just destroy Satan. He created Satan, You know how powerful? You have no idea how powerful Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is. Even the devils and angels are in fear before Yahweh Bashim Yahushua when they're before the throne. And here you mortals are talking shit like, well, whatever, if I die, I die. All right, good luck. And keep that same energy. Because once these Edomites start rolling with their UN troops, starve you guys out, these UN troops grape your wife, put you inside a guillotine, start torturing you. Don't cry to the Lord and say, please help. No, because remember, you said F the Lord, right? You said forget the Lord, right? That, oh, whatever, if I die, I die. Well, all right, now we're watching you now. The joke's on you guys now. Because now the Lord has, look at Donald Trump rolling. That's the left-hand side. The Lord's like, all right, fine. You guys don't believe in me? The Lord, I'm telling you, I'm coming for you guys, I'm coming. The Lord's coming for the world. But especially the 2/3 of the Israelites, because look at who's getting the hell first. The Israelites. Who is Trump targeting? The tribes, and predominantly the northern kingdom. See that? So that's from the Lord, because the Lord's like, all right, you think I'm playing? All right, I'm going to use the so-called white man to put hell on you. That's what a lot of you like, oh, no, he wouldn't do that. All right. Well, because you guys are rebellious, you guys worship Satan, you guys want to be Freemasons, you guys want to be like your daddy, the white man. All right, fine. But remember, death and pain it is. And don't come crying to us like, oh, well, we lost everything. Nah, hell with you. Remember, you said forget the Lord? Well, forget you too. Remember, we're going to laugh at you. Because the Lord's going to take you clowns out one by one. Plague all you witches, turn you guys into albinos, turn you guys into leprosy. Yeah, don't come crying to us when, the Lord turns you guys into an albino. We're gonna laugh at you. Say, what happened? What happened, superstar? What happened, 007? When the Lord turns one of your witches into an albino, we're gonna laugh. Just saying. Ezekiel chapter 7 and verse. Ezekiel chapter 7 and verse 14. Ezekiel chapter 7 verse 14 on down. They have blown the trumpet, even to make all ready, but none goeth to the battle. For my wrath is upon all the multitude thereof. All right, yeah, because yeah, the Lord is having the prophets, sound the alarm, sound, blow that trumpet, like Paul Revere. Remember, like Paul Revere told him, "Hey, the British are coming. The British are coming." See, if you don't take that warning and say, "Ah, fuck it, honey, Paul Revere," Paul Revere's a retard, like, "Ah, the British ain't coming. Let's just relax. Let's just chill. Turn on the fireplace. Let's chill. Make you some tea. Let's chill." You're about to be slaughtered because you're being a dumbass. Okay, but Paul Revere told you, "Hey, the British are coming." That's what the prophets are telling you. Hey, these elites are coming. What draconian laws, guillotines, deportations. You guys, and the masses are like, nah, that loco. Look at the prophets. They don't know what they're saying. The prophets are full of shit. That loco, that loca. Fine. But just because you call us names doesn't mean that shit's not gonna go down. Look what's happening now. Now look at the 2/3 hiding from ISIS, hiding from ICE, all scared. That's what you get. You guys were laughing at us and all that. Now we're laughing at you. Like, yeah, get them. That's right, chump. Get them, fucking get them. Lay them down, lay them the fuck down. Straight up. That's from the Lord. Because, of course we care about our people. But if you're rebellious and you're saying forget the Lord, then forget you too. Because most of our people are rebellious against the Lord. Because remember, we're telling you that the Lord looks like a so-called black man, and that his name is Yahweh Shai, and you guys are saying, nah, no way, So fine. So now we're going to watch you be judged. Because remember, you guys were smartasses. You guys were making fun of the prophets the whole time. So now we're going to laugh at your ass and your families when you guys get deported. These elites are coming for you, They're coming for us too, but fuck it, we know it. We're going out for the Lord. We're not going out in ignorance. We know what it is. See, the elites are going to target the prophets because we know their plans, because the prophets have the highest knowledge on the earth. So it is a difference, It's just that when they come for us, we're going to be smiling. We're going to be laughing because we know what it is. We're not going to be in shock like, oh man, how could the government do this? We know what time it is. It's a difference, If we're in concentration camps with these 2/3, the 2/3 are going to be crying and scared. We're going to be in there laughing, praising the Lord. Like, hell yeah, let's get out of here. Can't stand looking at these Edomites. Can't stand looking at these queers. Makes no difference to us. If we're here, we're going to help. We're going to help the elect and we're going to teach the word. But if they want to get us out of here, fuck it, let's go. Let's get the fuck out of here, Why the hell would we want to stay? To look at you queers all day long? Watch you guys, it's like being right here in Esau's kingdom is like watching the Flintstones, watching you guys just eat, cheeseburgers all day, and hot dogs. This shit's a complete joke, The majority of Americans are all obese. The men look like Homer Simpson out here, and you call yourself men? Shit, this is a laughing stock, Being out here in Esau's kingdom is like watching the Flintstones. Watching you Edomites drive these cars, these goofy ass cars, all you Edomites are all chubby, eating cheeseburgers all day, this shit is hilarious, but also it's disgusting because you guys don't know how to take care of yourselves, and you wonder why everyone's all obese and all that, Ezekiel chapter 7, verse 15. The sword is without, and the pestilence and the famine within. Pestilence, because remember, that first pandemic is not the first one. There's going to be a lot more coming down the pike. A lot more. Remember, people will turn into zombies. Remember, I had that vision from the Lord. It's going to go down. It's going to go down. People, not sure how the left-hand side is going to bring it, but they're going to bring it. So people will turn into zombies. That's going to be an actual plague out here. Like for reals. And famine within. Yes, because they're going to starve out a lot of people, but also the Lord's going to cause a famine too. Because the Lord is going to plague the food. So let's say if you do have food, the Lord can just plague it. Turn it into maggots. Let's say if you have a whole basement full of food and water, everything, the Lord can just turn that all into maggots. He can turn your water all into like blood red, where you won't even be able to drink it. The Lord can do that. The Lord can perform a lot of miracles. Those of you that are who are saving food, a little bit, but you're part of the elect. Yeah, the Lord's not going to harm your food. But if you're the wicked, the Lord can do that. The Lord can actually make all your food just go bad. Even though if you have like you got it wrapped up in plastic and all that, it don't matter. The Lord can turn all your food into like worms, and then all your water, He can just make it where you can't drink it. Well, it'll be like toxic. The Lord can do that. All right, so that's why all you preppers out there that don't believe in the Lord, there's no telling that you'll be able to even get your food and water in that day, because whoever the Lord wants to judge, remember, a lot of you wicked doers out there are going to receive harsh judgments. And however the Lord wants to judge you, maybe it's famine. Let's say like you're out in the woods somewhere. Like let's say you have a house like in Denver, in the mountains. You're all by yourself. You're like, fuck it. If the United States goes to war, we're good here for 5 years. Shit, the Lord can just plague your food, and you'll just die out there with your family in the woods if you're part of the wicked. See that? Because you got some big preppers out there, like they're like, oh, we're ready for like 5-10 years. Go for it. Shit, the Lord can just plague. The Lord can just plague you guys with some type of disease, and the Lord can just plague your food, so you won't even be able to enjoy it. You guys would die out there in Denver with your families. The Lord can do that. Like let's say if the elites don't get you, if the left hand side don't find you guys with their drones and all that, with their androids and super soldiers, well then the Lord will get you, and the angels. There's no escape. Remember that. There's no escape. There's no escape. There's no like, well, let's just go out to the woods and just wait it out. Let's go to the Winchester and wait till everything blows over and we'll be fine, honey. No, you will not. Okay, if you're not with the Lord, you ain't making it out of this bitch. Excuse my Italian, but that's real talk. All right, it's real. It's real. So sooner or later, the Lord will get you. And that's the thing, that's why you got to be in fear, because the Lord's coming. It's not just the elites, and, stop giving the elites so much credit, Yeah, they're going to bring in martial law, guillotine, super soldiers, and drones. But remember, the Creator is coming with angels. Remember, they can walk through walls. They can just teleport down there to the underground cities, Remember that. The Lord and the angels, the Creator and the angels are coming, to you simpletons out there. And people are like, oh, well, we'll make it. We'll escape. I got to see this. This is a must see, This is why, too, it's exciting. Because, yeah, we don't like it here, but also we're excited because we want to see what happens, what the Lord does, out here. It's gonna be very detrimental out here, The Lord's a terrible power, and the world's gonna find that out. Because remember, the Lord's angry right now. The Lord's not all happy. He's happy with His elect, but He's still stern with them. Just because the Lord is gonna save His elect, He still puts His elect through very strong tests. He's very strict on them. Remember that the Lord is an all-star power. That means the Lord don't take no shit. Imagine, So, but to the rest of the world, the Lord is very wicked. The Lord is very mad at the wicked. Okay, the Lord is very mad at the wicked. Very mad? Very mad. Imagine the Lord. Man, can you imagine the Lord created? Look at outer space, the planets. Look at the ocean. And He's coming down here. And you guys just think like, oh, we'll escape. Whatever. If I die, I die. What does the Lord know? He can't find us. And you're telling me the wicked is not retarded? Shit. He that is in the field shall die. See? Right there. Look at that. He that is in the field shall die. Right. So those who go into like the mountains, try to move to Denver, like, yeah, we're going to, we got 10 years of supplies, we're good. No, you're not. The Lord, you may be good for a little while. You might outlast like your average simpleton out here, but you're not going to escape the Lord. He that is in the field shall die with the sword. And he that is in the city, right, because these big cities like Los Angeles, Chicago, Denver, New York, shit, it's going to be a very, very bad spot to be in because there's a lot of mouths to feed. And just look around like those of you guys that live like around Orange County, Los Angeles, big cities like that, New York, there's not too many farms around you, There's not like natural food and like with animals and cows around. It's nothing but just stores, liquor stores, grocery stores, nothing but a concrete jungle. So those foods are going to be rationed out. Those supplies are going to be gone within hours, because statistics say that, they have around 3 days of food. Yeah, that's on a normal day, when it's just your average, but when there's a panic and there's a global famine, are you kidding me? That all these grocery stores are gonna be complete war zones, and are gonna be ransacked within hours. And then a lot of you guys that do get food off those shelves, you might not even make it out of that parking lot, because there's gonna be people in the parking lot, waiting to take you out for your eggs, for whatever you got. You know, let's say you have like the last. There's only like one box of cereal in there, and a can of Spam. You think that thousands of people behind you that are hungry are just gonna let you walk out of that grocery store? Hell no. They're gonna take your Spam, your cereal, and they'll take you and eat you too. So you're not gonna make it out of there like Black Friday, like just, let's just tug it out real quick and fight it out, and yeah, I got it, yeah, sucker. No, you won't even make it out of that fucking parking lot. When there's thousands of people starving, and you're the only one who got that last cereal box, you think 1,000 people that are in the parking lot are gonna let you walk out of there? Hell no. They're gonna knock you out and take you and eat you too. It's very serious. So it ain't like, let's just go out there, honey, and we ran out of food. Okay, honey, I'll be back. Watch the kids. I'll be back. Turn on the heater. No, it's gonna be a complete war zone, where people are gonna actually, food's gonna it's gonna be so bad out here, and this is facts. Okay, it's not just to fear among you and this should scare them to death. No, this is facts. This is war. War brings reality. Remember, it's gonna be so bad out here that not only are people gonna be looking for food, that people are gonna become food. And here in America is gonna be extra fast. Cannibalism is gonna come more faster than other countries, because third world countries, they're more poor. They have to kind of wait more for their food. They don't really have like too much big cities like America like this. Where you have McDonald's and Starbucks and Pizza Hut and Grubhub. You guys right here in America, come on, it's conveniency. You got liquor stores, pizza stores, sandwich stores, donut stores. You got everything. 24. You got restaurants that are open 24 hours. Let's go to a drive-thru. Come on, go get a quick cheeseburger, tacos, some fries. Go get a shake real quick, honey. Let's go get a cappuccino. See that? So Americans are used to. No, I'm not talking down on you and saying that people are weak, but you're used to consuming so much shit. Americans are not used to waiting for anything. Americans get mad if they put lettuce on their burger. They're like, fuck, they put lettuce on my burger. Like, damn, shit. So can you imagine when there is no burger? It's about to go down out here, Claire. Imagine that, when you have a double. Imagine from a big old person who's 400 pounds going from double and triple Whoppers to nothing. So you think that person's going to be in a good mood? Hell no. And the majority of Americans eat meat. Because remember, how many Americans do you know that are vegetarians, that just eat spinach and lettuce and carrots all day long? Okay, not much. I mean, yeah, I could probably name like 2 vegetarians that I know that are friends. 2 people that I know. That's it, 2. How many people can you know? Be honest. Okay, well, like let's say you know 5. Okay, 5. All right. Well, there's millions of people out here. And they all eat meat. Because everybody eats some type of meat, whether it's chicken, fish, something, hamburger meat, steak. But the majority of Americans eat meat. So they're going to want that. They're going to crave that meat. So people are going to be eating humans. Humans are going to be eating humans. That's cannibalism. I know it sounds harsh, but it's very real. Because the average American has to eat something like every 2 to 3 hours. Whether it's sunflower seeds, eat some walnuts, snack on a cookie real quick, a granola bar, a protein bar. Especially imagine those people that are in the gym, they have to eat like 5 times a day, So imagine when they don't have nothing. See? So your average American eats a lot throughout the day. A lot in snacks. So they're used to that. So you imagine when they go from everything to nothing. See, because a lot of people in America, they're used to like their routine, having their protein shake, waking up, having their cup of Joe, See, that's what just by them not being able to have that cup and joe, people are gonna be thrown off. You know, because how many people they have to have their coffee in the morning? Don't worry, I'll wait. That's the majority of us, right? Okay, so how many people? Well, just how many Americans are gonna be pissed off just by them not being able to have coffee? Imagine. So they're not even gonna be able to function right. So they're already gonna be ticked off just by that. Now, how much more food and water that's gonna go down out here? And you're telling me people are not gonna be upset? Hell yeah, people are gonna be raged in beast mode. So people are not gonna hesitate to take each other out. It's gonna be very gruesome out here. And he that is in the city, famine and pestilence shall devour them. See that? So people who are in the cities, it's gonna be it's gonna be much worse, because in a big city like this is worse than people that live like out there like in the suburbs or kind of out there in the desert. Because there's not that many mouths to feed, so it's not gonna be that bad like the violence. Because yeah, it's still gonna be bad. People are still gonna starve out, but it's gonna be more slower because there's not so many people. You ever seen that movie World War Z? Because there's so many people. So like out here in these big cities, it's gonna be way worse because there's that much more mouths to feed. You understand? So it's gonna be that much more intense. Because like let's say if you're out there in the desert and they starve you out, yeah, you're gonna die like the people in the city, like in a big city, but it's gonna be more slower because you're not gonna have millions of people trying to hunt you down. You might have maybe a couple groups out there, but not much. See? But people that live in big cities like LA, New York, Seattle, San Francisco, they're gonna be complete war zones. Complete, because people have to eat. Remember that. So because you have millions of people here, hundreds of thousands. Imagine that. And once people can't provide for their families, it's survival mode. It's do whatever you gotta do for you to survive and for your families. And remember, people have pets too. People have dogs, cats, so they're gonna have to feed them too. Remember that. So hey, and a lot of people too, they care for their pets, so they'll kill someone for their pet. Like, well, I need that because I gotta feed my dog. Because you got a lot of people that are pet lovers, dog lovers, they love cats. So you think they're just gonna let their pets just starve? Hell no, they're gonna go out there too and go get it for their pets. It may sound a little funny, but it's real. It's very real. Yeah, man. So that's why the Lord said in these big cities it's gonna be way worse. Way worse. Why? Because there's that many more mouths to feed. Because there's hundreds of thousands, millions of people out here. Rather than just like a small town, like in Arizona where you only have, a couple thousand people there, maybe like 8 to 10,000 people. It's different. You see? Out here, you have hundreds of thousands of people, they're all packed like sardines. It's cool right now because, yeah, all these stores are open, but wait till everything's shut down. Imagine a big old city like this and imagine a big old city like LA, a big old city like New York, and there's no food coming in or out. And the military's got the whole city surrounded. You can't go in or out. It's gonna be like that movie. You guys ever seen that movie with Snake Plissken? Remember that movie Snake Plissken? Escape from New York, Escape from LA. I really recommend you guys go watch that one. The one that's better is Escape from New York. Okay, Escape from New York, because that's how it's gonna be. Because these UN troops, these elites are gonna surround your cities. Certain cities. And they're not going to allow nothing to come in or out because they're creating a siege. So instead of the government just wiping out everybody, it's easier for them just to starve you out and let you guys let the people take each other out. Okay, it's like a war tactic. Okay, when they seize you, because instead of them going door to door and then just shooting everybody, going from one person, there's a lot of people out here. They don't have that type of time. They don't have that kind of time. Because the elites, they will be gunning down people out here, but not everybody. I mean, there's millions of people. There's too many people. So what they're gonna do is a lot of cities, they'll have barricade, with tanks and stuff and military officials, and not only just the National Guard. They're gonna have UN troops here. They're already here. Remember that. So they're not gonna let people to go out to leave the city. So imagine like a big old city like New York, like right there, like Madison Square Garden. Imagine like that, like that perimeter, you know, like let's just say like 40 to 50 miles in diameter, you know, like right there, like let's just say 30 miles. Okay, right there, Madison Square Garden, right there, the Big Apple, boom, New York. Okay, let's just say 35 square miles, you know, around there in that perimeter from that area. Imagine they just locked that whole city down, like that region, with tanks and you know military, so you can't even leave there. It's gonna be like that movie Escape from New York, because you're gonna have to survive. You know, so people are gonna team up, just like that movie Escape from New York, because whoever has the strongest team is gonna survive. Remember that movie Escape from New York? You had the crazies. You know, they're in the underground. That's how you're gonna have it, because people are gonna be like, they're gonna be just like that, because you're gonna have to team up. You know, people that don't have the Lord on their side, people are gonna have to team up. It's gonna be that bad. It's gonna be that bad because there's not gonna be no police officers out here, firefighters, EMS. It's just gonna be, you know, survival to the finish. Only the strong survive, you know? And that's for reals, that's for reals. You know? So I really recommend that movie. You guys go watch that movie. If you haven't, it's called Escape from New York. All right, yeah, because in that movie they made it like it's like a big old prison, but that's exactly what's gonna happen out here. Because once they cordon your cities off, once they put these cities under militarized zones, nobody in, nobody out. That's it. You really are gonna have to survive there. If you don't have the Lord on your side, that's it. You're gonna have to pick a team, pick a rep, and a choice, and just survive. That's it. It's gonna be like that game Fortnite, Battle Royale, like for reals though, and in reality. Yup. Imagine, this is real. It's very real. It ain't like, oh yeah, right. It ain't gonna happen. He talking shit now. All right, remember. So when this time comes, then shalt thou know. Ezekiel 33. Then shalt thou know a prophet have been among you. All right, because it's very real. That's what the prophets are telling you. The prophet's not out there just to bother you and look at the prophets. They're just out there just bothering people. We're out there to warn you. But those of you that don't believe, remember, that's entirely on you. Isaiah 65:13. Therefore, thus says the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, behold, my servant shall eat, because the elect are going to be fed by the Creator and the angels, but ye shall be hungry. Well, because the 2/3, you're going to be in a world of hurt. Behold, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. See, because those of you that didn't believe the Lord, those of you that are believing in these Edomites and the dukes and all that, they're gonna backstab you. So you're all gonna be ashamed. You're like, damn, we believe them and they backstabbed us, they betray us. So you're gonna know in that day, like, damn, we messed up, that the Lord was telling the truth. He is. The Lord's our Heavenly Father. Why would he lie to you? Same thing with us, the prophets. We're although 2/3 hate us, you're still our people. We're telling you, We're telling you, it's a real warning. Why are we gonna be out there like we're out there wasting our time? Like we're gonna be out there lying to you. Why would we go out there and waste our time to lie to you? We're out there, we're telling you what it is. See, because the prophets, truly care for the sheep. But for the 2/3, if you laugh and scoff, that's on you. But remember, we're telling our people, Israel, why would we lie to you? We're in slavery just like you. We gotta pay our taxes. We're struggling just like you. So why would we go out there and lie to you? So there's no reason. We're out there telling you, look, this shit's going down. These pinche gavachos, they're coming. They're coming. We're telling you, fucking these Edomites, these elites, they're coming. Get ready. But if you guys, oh no, you're fucking that loco. Well, that's on you. But they're coming. They're coming. For the last fucking time. Ahí viene. They're coming, Isaiah chapter 65, verse 14. But that's all right. Those who don't believe, it's all right. I mean, you made your choice. Behold, Isaiah 65:14. We'll end it right here. Behold, my servant shall sing for joy of heart. See, because the elect right now are rejoicing like hell yeah, you know, because yeah, it's harsh, you know. I mean, you're seeing stuff like that. People are losing their families, but yeah, the Lord told us, you know, and we may lose our family members. Shit, we may even get deported, but it's all right. You know, I mean, we're ready for it. We know that this is part of prophecy because you know we look, you know, we are you know, we look like so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, so we can be deported. You never know. You know, we may go in concentration camps. We may get our head chopped off, but we're rejoicing because we know as soon as this happens, the Lord's gonna arrive. So we know. It's not like, oh yeah, you know, they might not, you know, forget everybody else. You know, we're good. No, we may die too, but we're ready for it. You know, with a smile. We can give two shits. You know, if the Lord saves us, beautiful. If not, that's beautiful too. We don't give a shit. We're gonna hold it down, 10 toes down on the front lines to our last breath. You know, straight up. We don't give a shit what anyone says because we're telling the truth. We're not trying to hurt anybody. You know, we're not perfect, but we're really warning people. We're really trying to help. You know, so we have no guilty conscience. We're not trying to fuck anybody over. You know, we're not under nobody's payroll. We're really help. You know, we're really trying to warn the people with truth and sincerity. You know, and yeah, you know, to the women out there, the daughters of Zion, you know, get right. You know, you hear us get a lot on the wicked women, but of course, there's beautiful women out there. You know, yeah, of course. You know, shout out to the good women out there. You know, yeah, I know you're out there. But there is a lot of bad women as well. But just remember, because you know you guys are gonna have it worse too, because you know you're a female. So imagine like these soldiers, you know, grab you up. I mean, I don't gotta explain what happens next. You know, so woe unto you too. You know, because it's gonna be for women, it's gonna be worse because you know what happens with women. You know, I mean, you know, hey, it's a reality, ladies and gentlemen. You know, because the UN, they're known for that. For graping, you know, women. So imagine like you know, a man has a hard enough time fighting against a man or another soldier. How much more a woman, you know? Because there's women soldiers out there that can fight too and that know how to kill. Don't get me wrong, okay? I know you're out there, but you know, a man can overpower a woman, and that's you know when this war happens. That's why we pray for you women too. You know, the good women out there. You know, we're out here we're out here ready to help you too. You know, if you guys need to hear the word, ask us a question. You know, stop being so quiet. If you want, hey, shalom, brother, you know, or something, say hello. You know, you got a question about the prophecies, say hi. Stop being stupid. You know, because your life's on the line. Remember, we're here to give you the gospel. You know, stop being stupid. You know, because it's only gonna if you have a question and you're not gonna ask it because oh well, you know, nah. I mean, we ain't no the prophets ain't no celebrities. You know, you can ask the prophets whatever. You know, they're not gonna look at you like, oh yeah, you're a woman. You know, we can't talk to you. Nah, it ain't like that at all. We're out here for the men, women, and children. All right, whoever has a question, ask. It's no problem. It's all right. You know, facts. This is something you have to really understand. You got a question, ask. It's all right. You know, this is what we're here for. You know, the men, women, and children of Yasha'Allah, of Israel. You know, and particularly the elect. So if you're sincere and you really like have a question like, damn, you know, talk about it. You know, ask. But if you don't ask, I mean, what the hell? You know, but don't look at us like, oh yeah, well, you know, they only, you know, they're only man pleasers. No, we only, you know, we have men among our camps, but that don't mean that we'll ever disrespect a woman if a woman comes up to any of the prophets and asks us a question. Of course, we're not gonna be like, oh yeah, you're a woman, don't talk to us. No, some of the men they don't deal with women like in relationships, but that's something that they got between them and the Lord. Because Yahweh Shai was like that. When Yahweh Shai walked on the scene, he didn't have a girlfriend, and so did Paul. So some of the men of the Lord, they just kind of gave that up so that way they can focus on their ministry, for they can master it. But that don't mean that they're against women at all. You know, because remember the prophets are here for the men, women, and children. Remember that. So if you guys got a question, just ask because we're in a very, very serious situation where you're about to see thousands of people actually die before your eyes. It's about to get very real out here, ladies and gentlemen. You know, so stop being so stubborn and hard-headed. Like, oh well, can we ask him a question? Why not? You know, ask. If you have a question, ask. it's your life that's on the line, and you're not gonna ask the question because you're being dumb, you're acting silly. Well, that's on you now. So just to clear that up, all right? You know, uh, Isaiah chapter 65 verse 14. Behold, my servant shall sing for joy of heart, but ye shall cry for sorrow of heart. See, because the wicked are going to be crying like, damn, we really are screwed. And shall howl for vexation of spirit. Yes, because the wicked who truly deny, because there's people out there right now that are part of the elect. They're having slip-ups, they might be messing up right now, but they're trying. At least they're fighting, but this is talking to the wicked who are literally forget the Lord. They just don't believe. They're like, fuck it. Well, those people, that category is going to be in a world of hurt. They're going to be in shambles, and you don't want that shit. I don't want that. Imagine you get rejected by the Lord. The Lord's like, nah. Imagine. And you just get left out here. Imagine how many judgments are coming down here. The Lord's going to have bears eating people out here. Lions. The Lord's going to have animals out here. The birds attacking people. Angels and demons out here. Leviathan coming out of the ocean. Dragons appearing. Okay, missiles falling from the sky. Fucking martial law. Guillotines. And you're out here like, well, whatever. If I die, I die. Are you kidding me? Shit, have you ever seen that movie Saw and Chainsaw Massacre? That's the left-hand side. Those of you that fall in the hands of these militias on the left-hand side, they will torture you before they kill you. They will torture you like the Chainsaw Massacre. They'll literally peel your skin off and torture you. Probably grape you and everything. The left-hand side, that's what they do. Those of you that get caught by the left-hand side, by the militias, woe unto thee, because you'll only wish that you were dead. If you ever seen that movie like Saw, how they torture people, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, that's the left-hand side. They do that on the regular. They got people in dungeons fucking right now. Excuse my Italian, So remember, they're out here. And remember, the left-hand side, they're everywhere. There's really real vampires out here. There's real left-hand side out here is what you gotta understand. They exist. You guys, you think, they don't do that. Good luck. Those of you that land in the hands of these militias on the left-hand side, damn, you will only wish that you were dead. Okay, because they really are like that. Okay, because they really worship Satan. They really do sacrifices and stuff like that. Drink blood. It's very real, But those of you that don't believe, you're going to find out the hard way when your ass is in a torture room and they're torturing the crap out of you. It's very real. It's very real. That's why the prophets are out there constantly, But look at the majority of the world. Just make fun of them like, oh, look at them. They're crazy. They're bugged out. Fine. That makes no problem with us because we know what it is. We know that the Lord is real, but we also know that the left-hand side is real too. So we know, fuck it. Just call us whatever you want. But we know what it is. We know what's going down out here. So with that, stay prayed up. That was the lesson today on famine. That means no water, no bread. Stay prayed up. Stay patient. On your feet, soldier. Shalom.